If you want to get more views to your YouTube channel, then it's imperative that you understand the pros and the cons when it comes to YouTube branding.
Brian G. Johnson.
Brian G here, and to grow on YouTube, stake your claim and amplify your message. Do that by subscribing. Click on the bell notification and you'll be on your way. When it comes to growing your channel quickly, there are a few things that can dramatically jumpstart your channel. One is software. And did you know that my group coaching program comes bundled with nearly $200 of software? That's TubeBuddy Legend as well as Morning Fame. And the other element that can really amplify your results is having access to a coach or mentor that can guide you along the way, ensuring you don't make a mistake. Access my free 40-minute YouTube masterclass and you'll learn more about the coaching program as well. Link in the description. When it comes to growing your YouTube channel, it's really easy to start consuming a whole bunch of information. And fact of the matter is, there is a lot of tremendous information out there available for free for you that can help make that happen. But at the same time, some of the information, it's not the entire truth. I'm thinking specifically about branding your YouTube channel. If you're watching videos on YouTube growth, entrepreneurship, internet marketing, and more, at some point, you're going to hear about personal branding. And the fact of the matter is, branding is fantastic. It's really powerful, and it can help give you an edge, but it can also slow your growth. It can actually get in the way of you driving views to your channel. And that's the most important thing. Now, in this video, I'm gonna break down the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to branding, specifically your YouTube channel. Furthermore, I'm gonna highlight how you can get a lot more views, specific instructions that you will be able to apply to make it happen here on YouTube. So let's get into it. The first thing we think about when we hear YouTube channel branding is things like logos, the kind of font I'm going to use again and again, my brand colors, and more. And this is a great example of what a top-level designer will send you when they complete your branding job. In other words, when they help you come up with a cool-looking brand for your YouTube channel, for your website, for your entire online presence, they're gonna set you up with what's really called like a schematic or a brand spec sheet. And in this example, you can see I've got specific fonts I'm gonna use for my brand. That's SandSource Pro. I'm also using a very specific yellow color as well as a bluish black. And you can see my logo is supposed to be set at a certain angle. I've got these fancy splats that really add a lot to my brand and more. However, there's a lot more to a brand than the type of font, the colors, the logo, and more that you add to your YouTube channel. And if you get set up with a brand, you're gonna find you've got the certain font, the certain style, the logo, and more. And as you begin to craft and create your YouTube thumbnails, you're gonna stay within the confinements of your own personal brand, and that can actually be very problematic and may be reducing your views. For example, in 2018, I took my brand spec sheet and I configured these style of thumbnails: the red, the brand yellow, the brand bluish black, my logo, and more. And quite frankly, I got a lot of positive feedback on my thumbnails. But how much did the viewers really like my thumbnails? The information in my analytics tells a much clearer picture. Here we are in YouTube Studio. I'm on the analytics page, and as you can see, my views are up 122%. Now, what I've done is I've gone and I've configured a date range of between June and July of 2018. And to know exactly how often viewers are clicking on my thumbnails, I can click on Reach, and then you'll notice 4.2% of the time viewers are clicking on my thumbnail when YouTube shows a thumbnail to them on the home page, in suggested, or in search results on YouTube. And 4.2% really isn't that bad of a result. However, in 2019, my channel really blew up, and I wanted to know what would the click-through rate be of my channel in 2019 for the same date range. June and July of 2019. So again, as you can see, I'm in YouTube Studio. I've selected the date range this time from June into July for 2019. And when I click over to reach, you'll notice that the click-through rate is actually lower. Yeah, it's lower, but sadly, a lot of times YouTubers really think the thing you want to see is a higher click-through rate. That's kind of a half-truth. You see, what you want to focus on is both the impressions and the click-through rate. The impressions is how often YouTube showed your video to possible viewers across the entire platform. And for that date range in 2019, you'll notice YouTube showed my videos more than 10 million times. Amazing. And my click-through rate was 3.8%. Now here we're looking at the results again for 2018, the same date range, June through July. And you'll notice here that YouTube only showed my videos 3.4 million times. And when we look at what truly matters, the views, notice in 2018 my channel drove 248,000 views. And in 2019, my channel drove 660,000 views. That's more than 2.5 times the amount of views. So what exactly changed? I really loosened up on my brand specs. I let go of having to incorporate a yellow. I let go of having to incorporate my face on my thumbnail. You see, the thing that matters is that I get more clicks to my YouTube video early. You may have heard of view velocity. View velocity is a metric that really tracks how many views you're driving to your latest video. Think about it like this. In your first 24 hours of your video's release, you want to drive as many views as possible. And this whole view velocity stuff, it really matters. In fact, we know it matters so much that on the homepage of YouTube Studio, YouTube is displaying how many views your most recent video has driven in the amount of hours it's been released. Think about it like this. If you want to drive more views to your channel, if you're focused on your branding, well, guess what? You're focused on you. If you focus on the audience and what the audience is going to be more likely to click on, you can start driving a whole lot more views. When you let go of your branding specifications, that opens up the door to be a lot more creative, to have a lot more freedom with the thumbnails you create. For example, just days ago, I released 2 videos that drove more than 36,000 views in just 48 hours. I released one video on the new YouTube terms and conditions, and notice on my leaderboard, it ranked number 2. And this is what truly matters. The click-through ratio, or CTR, of the video performance in the first few hours. And as you can see here, in the first hour of this video's release, the CTR was 16.7%. That's absolutely tremendous, and you can do the same. Don't get so hung up on your brand, especially if you're starting out, especially if you're struggling to get views. You don't want anything to get in between you and getting something in front of viewers that they're going to click on. And this is the video that I published. It was a huge opportunity as it was not too competitive, meaning not a lot of other YouTube videos were published on the subject. And the thumbnail I created was way off brand. I used a different font, there's no yellow, there's no bluish black, and furthermore, I haven't incorporated my face. In fact, no other YouTube creators have been using this style of a thumbnail. That allows me to stand out in search results, in suggested videos, and you can see it drove an insane amount of clicks and views. In fact, in the first 2 days of the video's release, it drove more than 16,000 views. Oh, by the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome. It's great to have you here. And I want to let you know this. If you want to grow on YouTube, if this is the kind of information that can help you, do this. You're going to want to click on the video that's on the screen right now. It'll help you get more views by really understanding what are some of the biggest secrets that big YouTubers leverage. Click and watch that video now. You dig?